So I first met Lindsay in Nuttawading at a mutual friend's house, Dave and Paul Vista May. And yeah, I went down to the basement and Lindsay was sitting there. I think her sister was there or something, I can't remember. But yeah, we just started talking and then we started talking about bands that we like. And we both like Paramore, that was a big thing around that time. So we jumped on their computer and we like basically took over their computer and yeah, we jammed out to Paramore and they did not like it. Now, these guys are pretty big. If I can find the video, I'll show you. And we're like bossing them around, so it was pretty cool and that's how we first met. I officially asked Lindsay toes her out on the 11th of January 2013 at the Prescott Bible Conference. And yeah, I asked her out in her car. Pretty cool. So the same night I asked Lindsay out was our first date. Obviously, it was Friday night at conference. We went out in a big group fellowship to five guys, and yeah, that was our first date. Not the best choice, but hey, we wanted to hang out because it was Friday night of conference. So um, the first time I said I love you to Lindsay was on the steps of the cathedral in Flinders Street, Melbourne, and her facial expression was, yeah, she was kind of shocked, but kind of expecting it, and gave it a couple of seconds. I think she even cried at that point, and she looked at me and said, "I love you" back, and made me the happiest guy. The very first meal Lindsay ever cooked for me, it wasn't just for me, it was for Chris Rice and Joel Kidwell, and it was actually breakfast, and it was pretty good breakfast. There was bacon and eggs and on toast, and I cut a few other things, and we had juice, and I think we even had waffles or pancakes or something like that. But it was pretty legit. Not even gonna lie. She makes a very good breakfast, so keep it up, Lindsay. Lindsay has not cooked me a bad meal yet. The reason being is because every time I come out there, we organise that we are going to do some home cooking and whatnot, but we end up getting asked out to go out to dinner or invited to go to someone's house. So I haven't experienced Lindsay's worst meal, and I'm hoping I'm not. And if it was, I'd probably lie to her and say that it's good anyway, just to keep her happy. So, yeah. My favourite food, I would have to say, would be chicken parmigiana. It's quick and easy. It's not too expensive over here. Um, but I don't know. I just like it, the cheese and the sauce and the chips and the vegetables or chips and salad, whatever I'm feeling like. Lindsay's favourite meal of the day would have to be breakfast. I'm not sure exactly what her favourite meal is, but I do know she likes a good breakfast and she cooks a mean breakfast. So I'm not sure what her favourite meal would be or her favourite food, but maybe you guys can ask her that. When Lindsay was living in Australia, she used to imitate the Australian accent. It didn't really go well at first. She really sounded British, and she talked like this and be like, "Hello," and 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 she used to do that to me on the phone. Like we'll be talking, and she would just start. I'll be like, "Lindsay, stop!" But yeah, that used to annoy me a lot. Now she's got the Australian accent pretty well covered. The most annoying thing I would say that Lindsay would get annoyed with me is when we're talking on the phone and I'll just cut her off and change the subject completely. Uh, and then she'd be like, "Are you even listening to me?" And I'd say yes, and then I'd repeat everything back to her that she would say, and just tick her off even more because I am listening. So. So if I could throw one thing away of Lindsay's, it would be one of her tops. You guys call them undershirts. She wear it under like another shirt. It's this purple one. It has like lace on the bottom, whatever. And one day she wore it out, and I'm like, "Lindsay, your shirt has holes in it." And she's like, "I'm like, that's ratchet, and you need to throw that out." And she didn't. She kept it for a while. And I was actually speaking to her about that shirt the other day, and I was like, "Have you thrown that shirt out yet?" And she's like, "Finally thrown it out. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. The angels are rejoicing in heaven." But yeah, that's one thing I would definitely throw away, her holy clothes. If Lindsay could throw one thing away of mine, it would be another t-shirt, a famous t-shirt that says family on it, and all my band t-shirts. She doesn't like them. But I don't wear them anymore, really, so. But yeah, that's what she would throw away. So Lindsay and I do actually have two favourite songs that we like. The very first song that we liked together, and it's our song, was by Paramore, "You Are the Only Exception." And the second one was by Christina Perry from the soundtrack of Twilight, I think. "A Thousand Years." They're two pretty cool songs of ours. Um, Sometimes I'll even play them for her. And so, yeah, that would be our favourite songs that we both like. One of my favourite things about Lindsay are her eyes. They're really beautiful, and I could just gaze into them for a long time. And she has sent me photos of her eyes, and they're like two different colours, and it's just amazing. Like, and the way she looks at me with her eyes is her eyes tell me that she loves me very much. So yeah. One of Lindsay's favourite things about me is my hair. Um, she she likes the way my hair looks. I'll even send her photos before church of like my hair and like my outfit and whatever. And she's like, "Can you fix your hair?" And she's not even here, so she likes me to look very the best I can. And yeah, that's one of Lindsay's favourite things about me. So Lindsay's biggest fear would have to be getting into a car accident. No one likes to be in a car when they smash, or whether it's your fault or the other person's fault. Um, it can get pretty scary. One of my biggest fears are big spiders. Just Australia has some of the most deadliest spiders, from like the redback spider and stuff. But just spiders in general, they give me the heebie-jeebies. So yeah, don't like them at all. Lindsay's favourite flower would have to be roses, because that's all I've ever sent her. So I'm not too sure if she'd like anything else, but if you do, let me know and I'll get it for you. So Lindsay's biggest pet peeve about other people would be that they do not know how to drive. Um, they just cut into her lane without using signals, cut her off. You know, they're going 60 miles in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. Like, seriously, do the speed limit or don't drive. That's what I have to say to that. Lindsay's favourite band should probably have a couple of them, as we all do. We don't listen to the same music all the time. But of all time, I would say probably Paramore. Mine would be Blink 182. Um, love the music, love that punk rock. Um, so that would be mine and her favourite band. If I'm wrong, Lindsay, correct me later. So if Lindsay was a superhero, I'm guessing that she would be Wonder Woman, um, just because she can glide through the sky. She has a wand. She has a cool outfit, and she helps and saves people. Mine would be Batman, because obviously he dresses in black and wears a cape and, you know, fights bad people and eventually saves the universe. And so that would be mine and Lindsay's favourite superhero. So the number one quality that Lindsay would look for in a person and a friend um, would be their heart. Is their heart open? Is their heart big enough to have a friend? And how they would treat people. If you treat someone nastily, you're not going to get anywhere in life, and you're not going to have a friend to call on in when you're in times of need. But definitely, Lindsay would look for someone that's friendly, outgoing, that isn't a snob. Um, but that would be the number one thing that she would look for, is how you treat people, and are you willing to be a friend? Lindsay's favourite baby girl name would have to be Aubrey, um, and for a boy it would be Liam. They're the two that would be one of her favourites, and so yeah. Our best memory together would have to be our engagement. There was a lot of planning involved, getting Chris Rice to pick me up from the airport, getting her parents to book the restaurant, and then me rocking up and surprising her a day early, and proposing to her. And she said yes to getting married, and we're here now, and we're getting married in March. So looking forward to it, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.